Okay, let's do this. This is Mark DeGangen. Hello to all you beautiful souls out there. You sure are. Let's talk about hate. What an ugly word. Hate. I hate him. I hate them. It seems so rampant and so easy these days to hate. Why is that? Why are people stepping on each other? Why are people not able to love each other even if they're different? What's the number? It's crazy. People are stuck in this thing called hate. You disagree with me, and I'm really angry at you because you disagree with me. What's that ego about? They're infringing on your life? Is my life politics? Is my life ideologies? Is my life my race, my sex, my whatever, ethnic background, my sacrosanct political views? Can I allow that to separate me, to make me pissed off, to make me want to kill someone because they don't agree with me, because they think they have a better way and I think I have the better way? My way is right! Right. What does that do? That separates you. Hate. And when you hate, you feel it. You feel that. You feel that thing inside, like you're getting all tight. You're getting wound up. You're just wanting to do something. What is this something? Think of what that does to you when you hate. I mean, this tears up your insides. It tenses you up. You see people with hate in their jaws, hate in their fists, hate in their anus, hate in their shoulders, like they're really going to go out and do something to someone. Yeah, and what will that prove? You beat his butt in? You won? You kicked ass? You destroyed him? You destroyed his beliefs? No. You're not going to change anyone. If you love them, listen to them, tolerate them, maybe something will change. Until then, good luck. Good luck. And the worst part of it, the very worst part, is what it does to you. What it does to your body, what it does to your nervous system, what it does to your heart. And I say your spiritual, metaphysical heart and your physical heart when you're closed up because you think you're right. I am self-righteously right. And I'm not going to allow anything to dissuade me, to knock me off my sacred pillar that's sustaining me. Wow. Yeah. So important. So important to hold on to that hate. Oh, yeah. Oh, those fucking Republicans. Oh, my God. They're so ignorant. They're so conservative. I can't stand them. Or those liberals. Those stupid liberals. They're lost and they're making everything permissive. I mean, you can do anything goes. Let's be tolerant. Let's be tolerant. So, both extremes. Both extremes. You know, people can be passionate, but if they're passionately activating for loving one another, for connecting the heart, seeing that we're all one, then that's the best thing. Then your love will trump hate. It really will. When you love, you're not fighting something that is unreal to begin with. This hate thing. It doesn't last. It takes a lot of energy. It makes you tense. It sucks your life. People think, oh, but I have anger. You know, that's keeping me going. Well, you may feel vitalized. You may feel energy. That's not going to make you last. That's not what really keeps a person going. No. You're going to have a horrible life because you are right and they're wrong, and the twain will not meet. That's why this saying after the 2016 election, love trumps hate. I looked at it, I said, well, who's putting this sign in their yards? Love trumps hate. It truly does. But I felt, in my heart, I felt behind that was a real hypocrisy. Basically, to me, what I heard was this man who just got elected, this Trump, he's a hateful, racist, bigot, blah, blah, blah. And love's going to triumph over that. Love trumps hate. And the person supposedly promoting this love trumps hate is full of shit because they're not really loving him. They're not really loving him. They're pretending and saying love trumps the hate that this man has. But who's seeing the hate? Who's full of the hate? No, I'm not fooled for a minute by a sign like that. Real love will trump it. And if you think this man is full of crapola and everything else under the sun, truly love him. Truly tolerate him. You don't have to agree with him, policies, but if you truly allow and love him, maybe that can only bless him. That can only change him. At least it will harmonize the feeling in your heart about the whole situation rather than thinking, well, maybe I'm going to let go of this hate in 2020 if he's not elected, re-elected. Oh yeah? So re-electing another person of a different party, libertarian, whatever it may be called, Democrat, etc., will liberate you from your hate. I don't think so. All change is from within, not without. The world can be coming down in your head. Your change has to come from a change of heart, and that's an inside game, folks. So get working on your inside game. Who's ever right here? I'm not saying Trump is right. I'm just saying I'm not going to hold anyone in hate because I'm holding the consciousness of hate. And hate is not a very high consciousness, believe me. Hate pulls you down. Hate is an infringement on your true nature. You can be angry at times. You can dislike. But when you hate, think about that. I hate. I hate. Feel it. Let's say it. I hate blah, blah, blah. I hate blah, blah, blah. Oh, I hate. Think, wow. I'm so right. I have the right to hate. Yeah, you can hate. You are free. This is a free country. You can hate all you want. Does that help you? Good luck. That's not going to bless your life. It's not going to help your health. It's not going to endear you to anyone close to you when you're a hater. You can choose not to hate. Where'd that hate come from? Why have you adopted that? Because of something outside of you? You learned from your mother, your father, because of what they believed, their value system? You see, most of this hate is based on something that's temporary. Conditions in life, group think, group belief, ideologies, political parties, social strata. It all changes. It all changes. It doesn't last. What lasts? You tell me what lasts. Hate doesn't last. Love does laugh. Love laughs and love lasts. It does both. So I'm going to advocate for something other than hate here. Even if I'm right. Why should I hate? Why should I separate myself from any individual or any peoples because they don't agree with me? Because they think they're superior? Because they have a lot of money? Because they have status, whatever that is? because they're famous, whatever that is, because they're in Hollywood or in Washington or in New York. Why should I hate them? I have no right to pull anyone down to my level of hate. That's all I'm doing. I'm trying to pull them down in some self-justifying thing or another just because they don't measure up to what I believe, or maybe inside I don't measure up to what I believe I should be. Think about that one. So I'm just going to lay the hate on, point out the faults, the problems in another human being. Oh, that's so easy to do. My spiritual teacher many years ago said, you know, it's easy for you to pick me apart, to find the faults in me. Yeah, go ahead. You can do it. He didn't fully go to the other, explain it that, when you do that, you're really picking yourself apart because you're owning those mistakes. You're owning those negativities. You're owning those supposed faults, making them into a reality. And so your being is captured by those same things. You see them in another, you got them. Because they're part of what you identify with. And when you identify with something, you're it. You got it, baby. That's yours. Yeah, be a man, be a woman, and own up to it. Don't blame. Well, this happened to me, so blah, 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 I have a right to hate. Yeah. If you got your land blown up and someone killed your wife or your daughter or something like that, then you could be in a hateful position for a bit. I can understand that. You could be real angry. You could want to take someone else out. I got it. That's tough. But sooner or later, you got to give it up. You got to forgive. If you don't forgive, you're stuck with it. Oh, you're right. They had no right to do it. They had absolutely no right. Why you attracted that? I don't know. Whether it's past life, internecine feuds, family things, racial things, country against country things, I don't know. We can justify in any old way we want to stay gripped in hate. And yes, I have a right to be hateful because of that. Yes. I mean, I couldn't fault a person like that if something so tragic, so painful happened to them. And then, sooner or later, you got to give it up. You have to surrender because that's eating you alive. That's destroying your innards. That's causing you to separate yourself from good, loving people who may be of the same, or they're a different race, a different skin color, a different background and economic background. What are you going to do? Hold on to it forever? Judge everyone by that situation? Blanket the world because of something that you can't get over? That's what we do. We blanket everyone and everything by our limited perceptions. That's why it's hard to trust anything in this world. Trust the eternal. Trust the Spirit of God. Trust the love, the unlimited love that's waiting for you. It is. That's what's lasting. That's what's true. That's what will not mislead you. Check it out. Love's not going to mislead you unless it's some sort of earth-based love that doesn't last. It sounds good. You're all captivated by it. And then it changes. Then the person changes. You thought it was love. I mean, that's hard. Then you want to hate them because they blindsided you. They ran out of you and you were just being loving. Well, it's part of opening up. You see, true love, divine love, actually gives you a sense of detachment. Not the detachment that's cold, cool, distant, but you're able to love. you're able to offer yourself and allow another person to express, not in a way to abuse you. That's not what this is about. But they love as much as they're able to, and their love may have conditions. So our job is to find that love that has no conditions on you loving me back, on you giving me this and that and gifts and gifts. Unconditional love is the aim of the game. Unconditional love is the aim of the game. How deep do you want to play this thing? How much stuff do you want to uncover? How much crapola? How many layers? How many facades? How many entrenched opinions are you willing to let go? See, once you do that, then you have access. Then you have access to that love that's always been waiting there in you. It's always been there. I don't care how you glossed it over. I don't care how much anger there was there. I don't care what your mama, your papa, your best boyfriend, girlfriend did to you. It's there. It was there in the hardest, most troubling times. It's the nearest and dearest thing to you. Meaning, it's your nature. It's your true nature. And that's the one you want to tap into. That's the one you live for. What else is to live for? You can live for anything you want. And if you choose to be unhappy and hateful, and you're totally entitled to it in your mind, so be it. So be it. But I can tell you one thing right now. You definitely are suffering. And you're going to suffer. And you will keep suffering on some level. Bodily, mentally, your nervous system. You're going to take the weight. Because anything that isn't about love, which is about self-love, not narcissistic self-love, but a capital S self-love. Discovering that divine self that loves, that is the fountain, that is the source, that just emanates, that lives and breathes love. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So if you can tap into that, man, you are doing it. So I applaud everyone here today who is saying, no, I am not going to settle for this. And that's what I had to do. I couldn't settle for any of my facades, my bullshit. No, I had to stop. And believe me, I went after myself. I was ready to cut that crap out of me. I had that sword in my hand for many years. This would be a whole polemic in itself. Being disciplined enough, detached from your own self on some level. Maybe it's the higher self and you looking and watching. You're watching yourself. Then whoosh, you come across with that sword. You say, I'm cutting that shit out even if I'm not cutting it out. Meaning, I caught it, I'm aware of it, I'm not settling for it, I'm stopping it, even if I still want to be it, even if I still am it, even if I haven't surrendered it, dissolved it yet. But I caught it, and once you caught it, once you're aware of it, you never go back, even if a little of the hate is still there, even if a little of that self-condemnation is hanging around, that self-justification, you'll catch it. If your commitment is to your spiritual life and realizing what this divine love is all about, you won't settle for it, and your awareness will eventually be so strong that nothing will be able to hide, and it will all dissipate. Because I think, as the great spiritual healer and teacher Mary Baker Eddy once said, exposing error to the light, 75% destroys it. I'm not paraphrasing that exact at all, but that was the gist of what she said. Once you're aware of it, once you've put the light on it, it can no longer be, because the light dissolves the darkness. Light is divine order. Darkness is disorder, chaos, ignorance, or ignoring the truth, the light. So sooner or later, that hate has to give way. So what I'm asking you today is allow yourself to feel it, to recognize it, without judgment. It's tempting to judge the hell out of yourself. I did that. No. I'm simply asking you to be aware of this hate. If you think if it's directed outside, it's really directed towards you. And that's painful. Please, please, just be aware of it. Feel compassion for your own being, that you've been stuck in it, that you have suffered with it. This is hard. I know this is hard. I've suffered with myself for what seemed like eons in this one lifetime until something was ready to let go. But you can do it because you are infinitely worth it, and you have the power to dissolve it, to let go of this, until you can breathe more, until love takes the center stage, until it rules your life. And then nothing, a familial thing, a political thing, ideological thing, whatever it may be, it's not going to grab you anymore. Yeah, you'll be tempted. You'll be tempted to get caught up in the issues. I am. In all this business about this political thing and the virus and all this, I've been tempted to get caught up in it, take sides. Oh yeah. But no, nothing is going to squelch my love. I'm going to keep coming back to center. That's my center. That's my hope. That's my base. That's my salvation. That's my essence. I'm not going to allow any situation or circumstance on this planet to take that away from me, to define me, to usurp. Can't usurp the love inside. Nonsense. Impossible. So go forward today with love, without judgment, without self-condemnation, and just allow yourself. Just allow yourself. Be aware. Be aware. And be who and what you are. Thank you and bless you.